Much for watching the girls game, but don't you dare go away. Joel Domhoff and Bob Bugalski, along with the call of the boys game. Let's send it on over to them now.
All right, Kirsten and Casey, thank you very much. We're ready for part 2 of our doubleheader. Joel Domhoff alongside the coach, Bob Bugalski. Glad you could join us. You just saw one juggernaut in the Soquel girls. You're about to see another, folks. The Santa Cruz boys, 22-2, 8-0 in league, steamrolling everyone. Coach Bugalski, I ask you, how does Coach Pete Newell keep them motivated when they're such a clearly dominant team on paper?
Well, I don't know. The motivation has got to be success, and they've got the success to keep them going. He's got talent, and the kids know it, and probably the rest of the league isn't even in the same category. However, every game it seems like somebody comes through to fire up Santa Cruz. They're going to do the same thing. As you know, we looked over the lineup. He's starting 5 juniors today. He's got some experience on the bench to come off if they get in trouble, and that's the way he keeps them motivated. By mixing up the lineup, having, like today, I think he's got a speed lineup against Stu's fast team. So that's why he's constantly changing, either the defense or the offense.
You mentioned Coach Stu Walters and the Soquel Knights. They come in 12-11, 6-3 in league, and 2 heartbreaking losses. First at the hands of Aptos. They lose on a 9-0 run as the Mariners close that one out. And then the other night, Harbor beating them with a 3-pointer at the buzzer. So Stu Walters has his work cut out for him in trying to bounce back from 2 tough losses. But despite Santa Cruz's dominance, in my opinion, the best player on the court tonight will be Soquel's number 3, Dwight Lowery. So we'll keep an eye on him and Soquel's upset bid.
Well, certainly he's got to play on top of an A game tonight in order even to stay on in the ball game. I think the big thing for Stu so far is the supporting cast for Dwight. They've improved steadily the entire year, and the last 2 ball games played excellent ball right up to the buzzer and lost. Now this is going to see if they can suck it up, so to speak, and play the game that they're capable of. This should be a very interesting game. We hope to see a lot of changes in the offense and defense, but we're ready for an exciting, fast game.
Couple of silver linings, folks, for Soquel and Stu Walters. First one is a big one. Their star point guard for Santa Cruz, Junior Russell, out for this game, out for potentially the rest of the season with a wrist injury. The other silver lining, the Santa Cruz Cardinals, 0-1 in this building, folks. One of their 2 losses came at the hands of Palo Alto in the Soquel Winter Classic. So you never know. As Coach said, stranger things have happened. We're ready for it. Starting lineups, opening tip coming up right after this.
Jerry's back. Yes, Jerry Sports is back in business. So let's play Find Jerry Sports.
We'll Soquel High Gymnasium. Joel Domhoff alongside Bob Bugalski. We're just about ready for the opening tip. Cardinals in their road red with white trim. Knights in their home white with blue and gold trim. Jumping center for the Cardinals. It'll be their 6'8" junior Cliff Sammet. For Soquel, it'll be Nate Wooten, the big tight end. For the Soquel football team is the starting center for the basketball team. And Wooten caught his own, so it'll be Cardinal ball to start this game. Cardinal starters, as we mentioned, Junior Russell out with that wrist injury. So it's Austin Swift running the point, Billy Peterson, the 2 guard, Michael Nortai, the 2, Peterson, the 3, Sammet, as we mentioned, the 4, and Travis Hausler, the 5. All juniors, as Coach Bugalski told you. Soquel off the turnover with the ball. That's number 33, Michael Grassadonia, and that's Dwight Lowery with it now. They're joined by Jared McNulty, Brian Cabarra, and Nate Wooten in the starting 5 for Stu Walters. Cardinals in the trademark man-to-man. Soquel milking the shot clock as Stu Walters told us they would do. Nice inside pass, Wooten to McNulty, who draws the foul. So Coach Bugalski, one of the things Stu Walters told us was, as I just said, wanting to try and shorten this game as much as possible by really milking the shot clock. And we saw it there on the Knights' opening possession. They got it down to about 12 seconds before taking a shot, trying to slow the Cardinals' fast-paced style they like to play.
Well, I hate to disagree with, that's his game plan almost every ball game in the last 2 or 3. And consequently, they were close ball games at the end. So he thinks in a short span of time he can stay with anybody, and it's true. So if he can control the ball game early, he'll be all right.
Austin Swift misses. Here comes Dwight Lowery in the Knights. Left side, that's Kabara, now top of the key, Grassadonia. They clear it. He goes on Sammet, rejected, but Wooten's there to clean it up. Left side, Kabara, the shot clock resets. Lowery against Nortai, that's a great matchup. Football fans know it well. Both of these young men star footballers as well. There's Wooten, the big man, can't convert off the nice feed. Loose ball, though, run down by Lowery. Who else? Nice setup for Wooten. And he got it.
There's a minute gone. He took a minute to score 2 points and deserved it. That's a nice play, nice sequence.
2-0 Soquel as they look to pull the shocker here at home. Austin Swift, that's Hausler, now Nortai. Nortai pulls from 15, can't hit. Lowery skies, but he tipped it to Hausler. Travis Hausler cleans it up for the Cardinals. We're tied at 2. 2 minutes gone by, first quarter. Cardinals, as I said, in their trademark man-to-man, trying to force turnovers created by their pressure. There's a steal by Sammet as I speak. 3-on-2. Sammet dribbled it away, though. Here comes McNulty. 1-on-3, doesn't seem to care. Pulls it back to Lowery. There's Grassadonia, quick ball movement all the way, got it!
That's what I mean by the support staff now. He has really come along at ball handling, took it right through the hole, and a nice layup. Very nice place.
Sammet from 18, can't get a roll. Soquel blocks out, does a nice job. Tipped out of bounds, it'll be night ball. First time out of the game comes at the 5:22 mark. Stu Walters calling a 30 here. And if you're Stu Walters, you couldn't have asked for a better start. 2:40 gone by, you're up by 2. As we said, they're coming off 2 tough losses that really could have broken their spirits. I asked Coach Walters about that before the game. He said yesterday's practice was very light, very relaxed, tried to keep it fun and get them to laugh and sort of forget about what's happened these last 2 games, because they, as we said in the open, lost 2 heartbreakers and now facing this daunting task of trying to beat the Cardinals, but they've come out relaxed.
Well, I saw both games, and there's no reason to have a hard practice or dwell on anything other than make some more shots, guys, and handle the ball. They're starting off the ball game the same as they always have, keeping Dwight as an assist man.
Grassadonia sets up McNulty, straight but short. Rebound
no
Austin
one on
Swift.
the offensive boards for Soquel.
By design, Coach. He told me before the game he wanted to get everyone back to stop the Cardinal break. So he said, we're not going to have any offensive rebounds. We need to stop them from running, so I'm sending everyone back. So
well, then he's got 5 men going back, or at least 4. The shooters staying relatively close.
Kabara gives it to Lowery. Knights content to work the clock. Cardinals in a 2-3 zone. Kabara pump fakes. There's Grassadonia penetrating and threw it away. Nortai with numbers. Sammet ahead of him. Nice catch. Throws it off the head of McNulty, but they say Sammet stepped out of bounds. So
no, the ball hit off of McNulty and back into the
into Sammet. Okay.
Sammet. So he was out of bounds when he caught it.
Partisan Soquel crowd making themselves heard here early. Soquel looking to pull the shocker, and as we said, if you're just tuning in, this is what you are likely to see. Soquel working that shot clock, trying to shorten this game. Stands at 12 now. In the corner, Grassadonia can't hit. All 5 Knights sprinting back. By design. Austin Swift running the point for Pete Newell. Back door to Nortai.
Very nice. Great pass by Austin.
Swift, no stranger to the point guard position. He's played it quite a bit, particularly in preseason when Junior Russell was still rehabbing his knee injury. And now, of course, pressed into major duty with Russell out with that wrist injury. Lowery's long three, in and out, heartbreak. Rebound Eric Van Vliet, who checked in at that last timeout for Santa Cruz. Sammet, left elbow, throws it high. Nice catch by Peterson. Chant of defense comes up, and this Soquel gymnasium begins to rock. Swift, and they're going to get three in the key on Van Vliet.
Van Vliet was camped in there.
Everything but the sleeping bag for the big man, number 33. Easy call for the ref to make there. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. We're tied at 4.
Well, this is going to be a telling game for fatigue by the time the last quarter comes along, because, and that might be a smart play on Stu's part to be pulling his guys back rather than fighting the boards.
Well, as we told you, Dwight Lowery, probably the best player on the court. He was outstanding in that heartbreaking loss Tuesday against Harbor, single-handedly keeping the Knights in it with plays like that. Couldn't finish, Wooten skied. Knights getting back. Nortai doesn't care. One-on-one, goes and hits. Michael Nortai showing his athleticism on that drive. Cardinals with their first lead. Three, in and out, heartbreak. That was shot by Cabarra. Rebound, though, Grassadonia. Knights with another possession. There's Wooten from the elbow. Straight but short. All the Knights get back.
Had about 3 or 4 easy opportunities. That's unusual for him to miss those.
Stopping and hitting is Austin Swift. We'll tell you about his story. You may see his right ankle tape. That was a scary situation we'll bring up later. But he didn't look injured there, and the Cardinals have doubled him up now, 8-4. Lowery travels.
Right.
Dwight barking at his teammates to get in position. He's brought the intensity here early, number 3. He doesn't feel outmatched. He's up for the challenge, wants to pull this one off.
Well, they got to play hard here on defense if they're going to give them the offensive boards.
Van Vliet in the right post, can't hit. Sammet crashing the boards, he'll go to the line.
I think that was on Madsen's 5.
Johnny Madsen, who just checked in for Stu Walters, committing that foul. So first team foul on Soquel. Fast-moving first quarter, just 90 seconds to go.
The big item right now is, I think, is going to be fatigue. Stu's got to use some guys somewhere in this half off the bench.
Sammet 0 for 2. Wooten skies for the board. Knights trail by 4. Here's Lowery. Left side, that's Brian Cabarra. There's Jared McNulty on the right. Free throw line, they've got Madsen, and down low it's Wooten. 15 shot clock. Cardinals in a 2-3 zone. Lowery with 10 on the shot clock. Lowery drives, sets up McNulty, fake the 3. Drives, bank isn't open. Van Vliet skies. Cardinals look to run. Swift hounded by Lowery, gets by him, stops, pops, can't hit. Sammet with a tip. Van Vliet, Sammet, they're playing ping pong. Sammet again, got it. More like handball, I should say, on that sequence, as the Cardinal big men just smacking it off the board till they had a better chance.
They weren't even close to the boards, huh?
22 shot clock, 34 game clock as the first quarter winds down. High arcing 3 is good. Brian Cabarra.
Well, that might be the spark they need now just to get a little run going. They broke the run here.
5'10" junior guard Brian Cabarra has cut this deficit in half. Sammet down low, got it. 12 to go in the quarter. 12-7 Cardinals. Lowery 1-on-5, still has it. They get him for a walk. Ball knocked away. Not sure about that call.
He's trying a little too hard to do it himself. should have had a pass off before that traveling violation.
Stu Walters questioning that call. He had a couple of tough ones go against him in that Harbor game. 6 for Swift, 5 for Swift. Coast to coast. Had it knocked out of bounds with 3 to go. Cardinals with a 12-7 lead. Looking to close this first quarter with a 7 or 8 point lead. There's a lob to Sammet, who hits. First quarter in the books from Soquel High School. Cardinals the heavy favorite with a 14-7 lead. Back for the second quarter on the Comcast Game of the Week right after this. Back for the second quarter on the Game of the Week. Joel Domhoff, Bob Bugalski, glad you could join us. A raucous, festive atmosphere here at Soquel High School. The band is here, the cheerleaders. A great turnout to see the local community supporting high school athletics. And after the first quarter, Coach, kind of what we expected, or are you surprised by anything?
I'm surprised the lack of scoring by Soquel. They had easy shots. For them only to score 7 points, you can only have like one of those quarters a game. So they've got their 7 point. Now they got to get in the double figures.
Particularly against Santa Cruz.
Amen.
Knights with the ball to open the second quarter. It's Dwight Lowery. McNulty, there's a shot put up and missed by Madsen. Johnny Madsen missing from the free throw line. Nate Wooten. And Jared McNulty also in. There's a free throw line jumper put up by Eric Van Vliet. And it's 16-7 Cardinals. It's Van Vliet, Sammet, Billy Peterson, Michael Nortai, and Austin Swift for the Cardinals. 4 starters plus Van Vliet. There's a 3 partially blocked. McNulty, and the Cardinals lose the rebound out of bounds. And here come some of those substitutions you wanted to see for Soquel. Alex Riley and Isaac Schmale in. Nate Wooten and Brian Cabarra get a rest.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they try to press now. They got to do something to startle and change it. Santa Cruz is sitting underneath. They're not doing anything on the rebound. They've never had this situation.
Schmale can shoot the right wing there. We saw him hit a couple the other night. Now it's Lowery. Shot clock at 15. Knights content to work the clock. There's Lowery with 8. Left side, it's Schmale. Lowery with 5. Long 3. Nice attempt at a save by Alex Riley. They blow it out of bounds. It'll be Cardinal ball.
Well, this is a real test now. We talked about the support team. This team has got to stay close to them and score some points. That's a big load against a team like Santa Cruz. Matched up in tough man-to-man too now.
Knights in man-to-man, as you said. Lowery harasses Swift. Nortai for 3. Offline. Rebound, though, to Swift. Hits Van Vliet. Got it. No reason why Eric Van Vliet shouldn't convert that. They list him at 6'10". He's probably 6'8". But Soquel's tallest player, about 6'1". And it's 18-7 Cardinals. Knights go to a weave. Now it's Lowery. Sets up McNulty. Madsen in the corner. Had it rejected out of bounds by Billy Peterson. Knights will maintain possession. 14 shot clock. Lowery with 10. The Knights run their play. Left side, that's McNulty with 5. I'm not sure if Schmale knows it. Lowery does. Oh, he had it on line from about 35 feet. Lowery goes for the interception and gets it. 1 on 3. He doesn't care. Drives all the way. Oh, my. No call. You would think Dwight Lowery would earn some respect. He's clearly one of the best players in the league. How does he not get that call?
Well, he did block the ball, but there's a heck of a lot of body on him, holding him down.
Tough break there. Lowery tries to answer, can't. Van Vliet rips the board. Here comes Swift. The Cardinals look to run. Lowery playing at a different intensity level now. Sammet draws the foul. And Stu Walters letting the referee know about his displeasure at that last sequence down at this end.
He didn't like that call at all. I see that. I don't think Coach Pete Newell made a substitution yet.
Well, he did. Van Vliet didn't start.
You're right. Van Vliet.
But you're right. Everyone else.
He's going after this ball game and is going to try to get it to a big lead right off the bat, and he's doing it.
Cardinals beat Soquel at Santa Cruz in their first meeting by over 30 points. So Soquel, as we said, trying to do what many believe isn't possible. There's a three, put up and in! Isaac Schmale connecting from downtown. And it's 19-10, 3 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Well, Smalley has a nice three-point shot if he can keep that up.
Nortai back door and one. Second time they've hit Michael Nortai on that backdoor play. That time he got the hoop plus the foul. So they've obviously spotted a hole in that Knight defense with that play.
Well, they're overplaying them to prevent the ball from coming in that way. Why, I don't know, but they're sure giving up the baseline.
Nortai, another one of those Cardinal juniors, virtually the entire roster made up of juniors, which is scary for the rest of the league and the rest of the CCS to think about. Probably their top 8 players are underclassmen, or at least I should say non-seniors. So,
but this is the starting group. The juniors, of course, should be in here, but Nortai has got a lot of experience, and he's got to get this group a lot of playing time under pressure, and Soquel is a team to try it on.
Cardinals by 12 with the ball. They look to post Sammet. Ball knocked away. Sammet recovers and got it. Nice job by Cliff Sammet to maintain control of the ball as it was knocked away a couple of times. The 6'8 junior stuck with it. Cardinals by 14. There's Peterson and the Cardinals look to run. Swift to Sammet. That one goes out of bounds. I think a basic bounce pass would have done fine there, but the Cardinals looking for the highlight reel play on that possession.
That's true. A nice bounce pass. They would have got certainly 2. They're looking for anything that's going to break the back of Soquel.
Robert Farron checks in for Stu Walters. First look in the game at the 6'1 junior forward. Lowery with 15 on the shot clock. Knights again attempting to work it around. Schmale for 3! Offline, Van Vliet all alone.
Flat shot. Poor delivery on that one. He does a much better job. He must have been against the shot clock that time. Was it down?
Think he just rushed it. He saw the defense coming. Van Vliet down low, draws the foul.
Uh-oh, knee injury.
And Sammet with the follow slam. And one of the Knight players injured as a result. He also landed on Dwight Lowery's back. Lowery none too happy about that. But Van Vliet will go to the line.
We got two veteran referees here, Ralph Ramirez and Jose Covasas. Veteran Ralph Ramirez telling the Soquel coaches to sit down, take it easy, let us handle the game. So they got their warning.
Well, what they were questioning was Sammet's follow slam. Is that allowed to hang on the rim as he did? And Stu Walters still not satisfied with the explanation. He still wants to talk this one out. His assistant, Mark Marengo, also was animated on the sideline. And finally, the explanation is given to Stu Walters' satisfaction. Back to action. 24-10 your score, 3:20 to go. First half. Eric Van Vliet at the line, misses the first. the second. Sammet high for the tip, but Schmel's there to run it down. Here comes Lowery and the Knights. Santa Cruz in a matchup zone. That's Grassadonia now to Lowery. Right side, McNulty. That's Grassadonia, now Schmel, 12 shot clock. Grassadonia with 8. Does he know it? Grassadonia with 5. Now it's Lowery with 3. He'll have to launch another prayer with 2. With 1, Grassadonia.
Well, I think what you're seeing here on defense for the Cardinals is when Dwight gets the ball, they're in a zone. He is not going to penetrate, and it's working so far.
Problem that many opponents face is once you penetrate past the guards, you've got 6'8", 6'8" waiting for you with long arms and Sammet and Van Vliet. So understandable why the Knights may be a bit hesitant in going in. Turnover that time, Soquel ball, 2.5 to go first half. Knights in a motion offense. Isaac Schmel hounded by Nortai. Now it's Lowery. McNulty hits Lowery, 12 shot clock. Right side Schmel, now it's Lowery again with 10. McNulty with 6, Lowery with 5, McNulty with 4, Schmel with 3, Lowery! 27-footer, I'd guesstimate that one, and he drew iron, but Knights are doing the first part of Stu Walter's strategy, which is to milk the clock, but of course the second part is you got to get a good shot so you can make it, because you're not crashing the boards. You've already established that as your strategy, so you got to get a little better look.
They're getting a good look, but they're out of position. They're not moving the ball in, penetrating. Stu's going to be hung here with a technical pretty quick. He's had 2 warnings already, I think. But he's giving Nate a good rest too. That's he'll probably have to play the whole second half.
Sammet to Swift. Offline, rebound Nortai, skied for it. Sets up Swift. Got it.
Nice pass. Very nice play.
Nice job on the offensive boards by the taller Cardinals. 26-10 your score, 80 seconds to go first half. Lowery and the Knights looking for a way to score on the Cardinals.
This is a program that you call. It's Lowery against the team. And they're setting up 5 to stop him.
There he penetrates, hangs, can't hit. Rebound Van Vliet, Cardinals look to run. Sea of red into the front court, Swift threw it away. Knights off the turnover, trailing 26-10. Lowery on the quick push. Penetrates, sets up Schmel for 3, straight but long. Runs down his own board though. Lowery with 50 seconds to go. McNulty for 3, can't hit. Rebound Sammet, tipped it to Peterson. Swift to Nortai, but the Cardinals elect to reset. 11-second difference, and they get Swift for the push-off on Lowery. So Dwight Lowery's pressure defense forcing the turnover there. Offensive foul. 35 seconds to go first half.
Telling him, stay away, man. Don't bother me.
Lowery and the Knights have played hard this first half. Unfortunately, they trail by 16 as they've had some easy looks. A couple easy looks, a couple not so easy. They have not converted. Doing their best to hang around. 15 seconds to go. Lowery catching his breath. 10 seconds to go. With 8, Lowery sets up Grassadonia with 5. That's Schmel with 3. Throws it away. Swift, 60-footer, no good. But a fine defensive sequence by the Cardinals wraps up a fine defensive half for Pete Newell's Santa Cruz club. They give up just 10 points. They lead at the end of one half of play by a score of 26-10. Back for the second half on the Comcast Game of the Week right after this. Foul, he'll go to the line.
The tempo's going to be there. He's going to go for broke now.
We were talking at halftime, Coach. You think Stu Walter's strategy of milking the shot clock, we're not going to see it now? You think he's going to turn them loose?
He's going to turn them loose. Down 16. And this may be, remember we talked about North Carolina being 24 up. This will be a ball game. You can pull out all the plugs and let them fly.
Quick substitution here as Alex Riley checks in for Nate Wooten. So
wow, he sat out the whole second quarter.
Interesting substitution there, 19 seconds into the half. Grassadonia misses. Knights try and get the rebound unsuccessfully. So the Cardinals still have that 26-10 lead. Sammet harassed by McNulty. Left side, that's Michael Nortai. Cross court to Billy Peterson. Drives, spins, hangs. Van Vliet tips, can't hit. Second try. He steps out of bounds, so it'll be Soquel ball. For Soquel, it's Dwight Lowery, Michael Grassadonia, Brian Cabarra, Jared McNulty, and Alex Riley, who just checked in for Nate Wooten. So 4 of the 5 starters for Stu Walters. For Santa Cruz, Austin Swift, Michael Nortai, Cliff Sammet, Eric Van Vliet, Billy Peterson. 4 of their 5 starters in along with Van Vliet. High arcing 3, no good. Rebound McNulty, can't hit. Second try, he'll reset, wisely so. Grassadonia, Knights with a fresh shot clock. Lowery against the Cardinals 2-3 zone. Drives, spins, he's cut off. He's got Grassadonia for 3, got it!
Here we go.
Michael Grassadonia hitting from downtown, and it's a 13-point Cardinal lead. Knights in the man-to-man. Swift hounded by Lowery. Drives, hangs, can't hit. Van Vliet up for the board, and one!
Boy, he can really dominate the board when he makes up his mind.
Well, as we told you, Van Vliet, they list him at 6'10", I'd guess 6'8", against Alex Riley, who's about 6'1", and not surprisingly, Van Vliet, as we said, at 6'8", and Sammet at 6'8". Those were the 2 leading rebounders for Pete Newell. They each had 6 in the first half. Sammet added 9 points to that 6-rebound effort. He was the game-high scorer. Van Vliet, 4 points. Swift, 4 points. Nortai with 7. Lowery has it knocked away by Sammet. Cardinals with numbers. Ahead to Swift. And he draws the foul.
From Nate, I guess, right? Or Dwight, rather.
Swift will go to the line. What were you going to say, Coach?
I don't know, 24th foul. I thought it was on Dwight. They got
Lowery
it on
came in and
McNulty.
skied for the block.
Wow.
Couldn't get it. First look in the game at Chris Sharp, 6'6" sophomore for Pete Newell. Checks in for Eric Van Vliet.
And listed at 6'7".
1 out of 2 for Swift, 29-13 your score. 2 minutes gone by, third quarter. Soquel on their home court, trying to do what, as I said in the first half, many believe is not possible. Grassadonia, though, drives. Bank isn't open. Here comes Swift. Ahead to Nortai, deflected out of bounds by Jared McNulty. It'll be Cardinal ball.
It looks like they're trying to put some pressure on full court now. They got to try everything now, anything to upset the...
Sammet skies and hits. A little flip shot from about 4 feet. 31-13 your score. McNulty for 3. Can't hit. Swift tipped it and then chased it down. Cardinals with numbers. Nortai, though, was the intended receiver, but Grassadonia picked it off. McNulty to Wooten. Lowery to McNulty for 3. In and out. Heartbreak. Rebound, Chris Sharp. Austin Swift will walk it into the front court.
Well, a couple of those shots could have gone in.
Here comes a shot for Peterson, but instead they go to Sammet. Now it's Peterson for 3. Short. Rebound Sharp. Sets up Swift. He'll go to the line. Nice job by Chris Sharp, the sophomore big man, getting a rebound and a nice little dump pass there to Austin Swift.
Very smart pass. And Swift is really rebounding, and he's a point guard, too. Excellent rebounder.
And an excellent shooter, as you see there. And a very quick release. He hits them both. 2 out of 2 for Austin Swift. Cardinals now lead by 20. Kabara drives, and he'll go to the line. Austin Swift with the hack, so Brian Kabara will have 2 shots. Hits the first one, very high arc, just like you'd coach him, right?
That's right.
Nice proper backspin. Couldn't hit that one, 1 out of 2.
Well, I think the Soquel team on the shooting aspect, they're not shooting their shot, and consequently they're on the rim or around the rim and out.
Peterson to Sharp to Sammet. Quick ball movement, can't hit. Rebound, still on the floor. And finally, Grassadonia is fouled by Sammet. Going to say Cliff Sammet pushed to get to that loose ball. Soquel will take anything they can get at this point. Substitution for Stu Walters. Tim Wolf checks in. And for a second there, they had 6 on the court. Finally, McNulty steps off. Kabara hounded by Swift. There's Lowery. Back to Kabara. Lowry's long 3 offline. Sammet there for the board.
Even that was a very indication there that it was wasn't his shot. It wasn't a relaxed, deliberate follow through, and just a little missing on the shot.
First time out of the half allows us to take care of some business. Thank the people who make the game of the week possible here on Comcast. First hour sponsors: Financial Strategies, Fleet Feet Sports, Whiting's on the Boardwalk, Scarborough Lumber and Building Supply, King's Paint and Paper, Wilson's Tires, Severino's at the Seacliff Inn, Cardiff Pest Control, Bailey Properties, and Jerry Sports. Also got to thank our crew here tonight. Paula Mahoney, producing, directing, engineering, doing it all. Camera people, John Boucher and Jeff Donnell. And of course, Kirsten Fairchild and Casey Jackson brought you game 1 of this doubleheader, won by Soquel's girls team by a score of 66-54, running their record to 23-1 under head coach John Wilson. Another impressive win for his girls. As we told you, they're a juggernaut, and we're watching another one here in the Santa Cruz boys. Nortai's free throw line jumper, no good. And into the game for Pete Newell is number 34, Nick Miller, out of the timeout. Lowery, nice spin move, had it knocked away. Lowry, Wooten.
We'll be testing his patience out there. I mean, he's been having a frustrating game, but he looks like he's still pretty cool.
Nortai with the interception. Goes length of the court and had it knocked out of bounds. Football fans used to seeing that. Michael Nortai, a star player for Basil Faltus and the football team, had a nice interception there.
He was looking for somebody to follow and stuff that one. That would have been a nice feed.
Lowery with the ball, left side, that's Brian Kabara. He's got Tim Wolf running the baseline. Lowery hangs, can't hit. Cardinals look to run. Lowery hounds Swift, he can't hit. And they get it out of bounds off Nate Wooten, so it'll be Cardinal ball. It's Austin Swift, Billy Peterson, Michael Nortai, Eric Van Vliet, and Nick Miller for the Cardinals. Miller gets it, shoots it, hits it. Nice out-of-bounds play that time, well executed. Cardinals by 21. Wooten, long shot, up and in. They'll call it a 2. Nate Wooten with the 18-footer. 35-16 your score. Miller sets up Peterson for 3. Long, tipped out of bounds off Nick Miller. It'll be Soquel ball.
Well, the offense is all one-on-one for Soquel. And seems like Santa Cruz can almost score at will. Whoa!
Gracedonia for 3. Second one of the half for Michael Gracedonia. Nice to see the Knights putting some offense up. Van Vliet in the right post. Can't stop that. Lowery on the quick push. Sets up Kabara for 3. Had it on line, but long. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Santa Cruz by 18. Van Vliet at the high post. Turns, can't hit. Gracedonia was hit over the back by Nick Miller, so good job of boxing out that time by Michael Gracedonia, the senior guard.
He has improved since the beginning of the year. He's able to score and get in the double figures.
Lowery for 3. Got it! So the Knights outside shooting heating up a bit here in the third quarter. They trail by 15. Swift had it knocked away. Knights with numbers. Still with it. He's Gracedonia 4-on-1 and 1. Michael Gracedonia doing it all on that play. The steal, he got it ahead, had it knocked away, stuck with it. No one ever stopped him, so he just, well, hey, that's what you teach him, right? Keep going till someone stops you.
Take it to the hoop.
Foul that time on Billy Peterson, his 4th, according to the scoreboard anyway. Gracedonia needs a roll, doesn't get it. Sammet with the board. It's a 13-point game, 1:10 to go, third quarter.
Good time to take Van Vliet out. He gets a long rest, and he's got the big break at the quarter.
A lot of substitutions. Sharp in for Pete Newell. Swift with the ball now. Nortai sets up Sharp. He can't handle it. Pulls it away, though, and then throws it away. 3 Knights surround it. It's Isaac Schmale who's got it. Schmale just checked in that last break in the action, and they get a double dribble that time. Also in the game for Stu Walters. Alex Riley, Gracedonia checks out. Johnny Madsen is in. McNulty, Alex Riley, Isaac Schmale with Dwight Lowery. 35 seconds to go. Cardinals with the ball and a 13-point lead. They go Sammet left post, turns and hits. The left-hander likes turning to that other shoulder, that right shoulder, to get that jump shot off. He's had a couple of nice...
He goes both ways. He feels the pressure. He goes where there is no pressure. He's a smart player.
Knights hold for 1. They trail by 15. Pass knocked out of bounds. 7 seconds to go.
Well, they had a little spark here. Soquel made some shots. Fast break. Playing the exciting ball they're capable of playing.
Sammet harassing the inbounder. McNulty kicked that one. They finally lob it to Lowery with 5 to go. Lowery against Nortai with 3. Spins, hangs, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. So a nice clear out for Dwight Lowery. He drew contact. Shot almost went in. But the senior guard will have a chance to make it a 13-point game here. As the third quarter clock wound down.
He's got to shoot the shot now.
A little tougher with no one else around the keys. He's all alone out there, but it's his home gym. He doesn't matter. He doesn't care. He could shoot these in his sleep.
Give him the confidence he needs. See, that's his shot. And relax.
2 out of
He's
2
been
for Lowery.
He knows he's carrying the load tonight.
2 out of 2 for Dwight Lowery at the end of 3.
I would like to see him make a comeback, make it an interesting quarter here.
Well, they may do it. We'll find out right after this, after 3 quarters of play. Cardinals 39, Knights 25, back on the Comcast Game of the Week right after this.
Jerry's back. Yes, Jerry Sports is back in business.
Upbeat quarter. Unless Pete decides to milk the clock now and hold it for 25 seconds.
Back for the 4th quarter on the Comcast Game of the Week. Joel Domhoff alongside the coach, Bob Bugalski. As we begin the final 8 minutes of play, Soquel, the home team, will have the ball. They trail by 14. They're already in the bonus situation, so that's another key factor to keep an eye on. Knights in the half-court set, quick ball movement.
They're in a straight zone now.
They get a 3 for McNulty. Can't hit. Long rebound to Swift. Cardinals will set it up. Lowery with some pressure. Right side, Peterson. They go low to Sharp. Back to Peterson, who walks.
Well, I tell you, Swift, I've been watching him now. He's got one of the fastest guys in the league on him, and he doesn't lose the ball. And Dwight hasn't had a steal from him yet, so that's a great matchup.
Lowery and the Knights looking to pull off the big 4th quarter comeback. McNulty hangs and hits. It's a 12-point game. Swift, Sammet, Billy Peterson, Chris Sharp, and Michael Nortai for the Cardinals. Nortai's got it, has it knocked away. Schmale recovers. Looks for Lowery, there he is. Here he comes in a blur of white down the middle of the lane. No foul, a lot of contact. Swift threw it away. Sammet had it stolen and then fouled.
That's the way they got to play. They got to put pressure and steal.
And as we said, the bonus situation puts him to the line, so a chance to do some damage from the line. Cut into that lead with the clock not moving. Travis Hausler, Eric Van Vliet in. Cliff Sammet and Chris Sharp out for Santa Cruz. At the line for Stu Walters, it'll be Johnny Madsen, 6-foot junior guard. With his team trailing by 12, 6:48 to go. Madsen successful on the first. He could cut it to 10 if he can hit this one.
That'll be the closest they've done in a long time. Just stealing a 3-pointer would make this interesting.
1 out of 2 for Madsen. It's an 11-point game. Swift, high post, gets it back. Drives baseline. Stolen by Lowery. 1 on 2, he doesn't care. Still with it. Can't hit. Rebound, a lot of contact, no call. Here's Swift on a breakaway. Lays it in. A lot of the Cardinal crowd anticipating the dunk.
I think he tried. He lost the ball, I think, on the way up, and it's really smile that he got 2.
Well, again, if you notice his right ankle taped, and I'm going to tell that story at the next time out, but perhaps that was the reason he couldn't quite get the elevation that he normally would get.
Be interesting to hear that.
Right side, that's up and in. Johnny Madsen for 3. Timeout, Pete Newell. It's a 9-point game. 5:57 to go. It's the closest the Knights have been in a long, long time. Well, as I told you folks, I had a story to share with you. I saw the Santa Cruz Harbor game last week, and it was really, actually, to be blunt, disgusting. I was disgusted by what I saw. It was inexcusable, really unexplainable. What happened was Santa Cruz was up by 30 in the 4th quarter. Pete Newell had his starters out there. He ran a play out of a timeout for Van Vliet to shoot a 3. He hit it. There was a lot of taunting of the Harbor bench going on. The Cardinal players were trying to do fancy passes off the backboard, show up Harbor. Harbor parents were booing, rightfully so. A lot of bad sportsmanship shown. I think it's the wrong message to be sending to these kids. At some point, you're going to be at the other end of one of those scores, and it's important to instill good values, good sportsmanship. You win with class, you lose with class, and what I saw Santa Cruz do to Harbor was totally inexcusable, as I said, and the fact that they had their 5 starters out there with a 19-man roster is just insane, and the fact that they're out there allowed to run it up and show the annex that they did was inexcusable. And, of course, the next time down the court, as you see Peterson get one there, Swift turned his ankle. And there, in my mind, I like to say karma. You don't like that word, but I think the basketball gods were saying something. You don't run it up on the other team. You don't do that stuff. It's high school basketball. There's no need to teach those types of lessons and values. And that's what I saw, and as I said, it was really disgusting to see. Enough said. On that, back to the game. Peterson's
back to this one. Look at it.
There's a steal by Lowery. Picks Swift's pocket. Puts it in. Peterson's back door made it an 11-point game. Lowery quickly answers. We're back to single digits inside 5 minutes to go. Swift hounded by Lowery. Stops on that ankle, and he traveled. You saw the instability of the ankle there again on the jump stop.
Gave out.
Lowery wants it back for a long 3. Straight but short. Wooten with the board. Hits Lowery. Intensity growing. 3 for McNulty. Had it on line. Couldn't hit. That would have been huge. Lowery hounding Swift, and they get the charge on Swift. Dwight Lowery is bringing it right now.
Well, he's putting a lot of pressure. That's the first time I saw Swift lose his cool a little bit.
Lowery's bringing the heat. So are the Knights. So is this crowd. They've got the ball down 9.
And they got the clock.
Oh, and a tough play there. Johnny Madsen wanted to give it right back to Lowery, who you can see he's so tired. He just wanted to
wanted a breather.
He wanted to give a second. Give the poor guy 1 second. All right, Cardinals with the ball up 9. Nortai and now Swift. Swift will be having nightmares of Dwight Lowery tonight and many nights. Sammet turns and hits.
Wow, nice shot.
Whenever they need a big bucket, they go to the big man in the post, Cliff Sammet. He usually delivers. Game high for Sammet. His team leads by 11. Inside 4 minutes to go. Wooten for 3. Offline. Sammet with the board.
Well, it's less than 4 minutes. They should just control the ball here now. And
Van Vliet hits Nortai. Double team. Can't hit. Van Vliet, though, cleans it up.
Beautiful. Beautiful follow through by Van Vliet.
Cardinals by 13, Knights with the ball. Kabara drives and hits. 5'10", Brian Kabara going over 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", Eric Van Vliet. It's back to 11. Van Vliet in the post gets hacked by Johnny Madsen. They'll call it on.
That's a good foul.
Oh, good foul, definitely.
They should be fouling more.
Grassadonia checks in, Madsen out. Knights will call timeout here at the 3:09 mark. They trail by 11. A great game, an entertaining second half, in particular from the Soquel perspective. First half a bit ugly. They only got 10 points on the board, but now they got 26 up in the second half. And as a result, they're staying much closer than many thought they could. As we said, they lost by 30-plus points the first time around. So great to see Soquel making this effort.
Well, they're making a great effort in the second half. They only lost the third quarter by 1 point. So that, they played even with them. But I don't know. I hope Dwight's got a little left in the tank to finish this ball game. He's had it. I think he's been in the entire ball game and playing against a very quick Austin Swift, and still hawking and pounding and pushing, and he shows it. He's going to be tired tonight. Out of the timeout, it's Michael Nortai. Austin Swift in the backcourt.
Billy Peterson and Cliff Sammet, the forwards. Eric Van Vliet, the man in the middle for Santa Cruz. In their road red with white trim for Soquel. Brian Cabarra, Dwight Lowery, Michael Grassadonia, Jared McNulty, and Nate Wooten. Cardinals with the ball. Soquel crowd comes to life, trying to implore their team onto this upset. Sammet double teamed, means Swift is open. He threw it away, had it right back to him. Wooten rejects him. Grassadonia runs it down. Here come the Knights. Lowery in the front court, all the way, got it! Dwight Lowery showing you why I thought he was the best player on the court. Particularly in this second half, he's proved me a prophet. Nortai draws the foul on the drive.
But you know he has the speed against other teams. It's very obvious of the speed he has, and he's even outrunning this team now, or the Santa Cruz team.
His first step is as good as any we've seen.
You bet.
Eric Van Vliet off the inbound. And again, it's an 11-point game, 2.5 to go. Lowery drives, McNulty, Grassadonia for three! Had it on line, couldn't get it. Swift for the board. That would have been a big one for the Knights. Peterson harassed by Cabarra. Lowery knocked it away. Grassadonia, Nortai, Grassadonia can't hit. Cabarra can't hit. Peterson is fouled by Lowery, and the Knights upset that they didn't get a call either on the Grassadonia drive or the Cabarra follow. We'll leave it up to, we'll let our silence speak for us.
Right.
We've ripped to the refs in the past. No need to beat a dead horse.
Very physical.
And there's perhaps a makeup.
Makeup goal.
1:54 to go. Soquel with the ball, down by 11. They need a miracle, but we've seen stranger things happen. And with Dwight Lowery on the court, anything can happen. Cabarra for three, got it!
And here comes the thrilling team now. Let's see if they get it below here.
That one brought rain, and it brought the crowd to its feet. 8-point game, 90 seconds to go. Swift can't hit. Wooten gobbles it up. Here comes Lowery and the Knights. Front court, Cabarra. Peterson wisely stepped out. Now it's Wooten. Now it's Lowery. McNulty bluffed the three. Grassadonia now sets up McNulty, hits it. 6-point game, 1:08 to go. The night before the movie opening of Miracle, Do You Believe in Miracles? Perhaps we'll see it again here, Coach.
It's coming, it's coming. A miracle on ice, baby. Your brother called it.
6-point game, 1:08 to go. What a comeback by these Knights, showing us so much heart.
That's the way they should be playing. But I don't think they could have kept this tempo up the entire ball game. So they kept close the first half. Now they're going to play catch up. I think now you got to also see some fouls. Don't even let them get a shot off. Foul and let them shoot free throws.
Well, we've seen a couple of the Cardinals, particularly their big men, struggle at the line. We see a couple 0 for 2s. Yeah. And in a 1-and-1 situation, they just need to miss that front end. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. All sorts of possibilities here now. 6-point game.
And they break. In the last couple of timeouts, they were the last team to come out. A little drag to it. Now they come out all full of vigor and activity.
Knights in a full court, man-to-man.
Full court pressure.
Nortai hounded by Cabarra. They're looking for maybe a 10-second call here.
For the ball.
Nortai gets it across, still harassed by Cabarra. Double team now, and they finally foul Nortai. It should be a bonus situation for Santa Cruz. And it is. 57 seconds to go. So now we'll see if Santa Cruz can hit their free throws. Many people believe this team should win not only the league, but the CCS title as well.
They looked at this, they should be shooting, right? They've
Yes,
got
they are.
bonus
They
there.
are. They're on. They're up.
Oh, they are now. Okay, my fault.
We're shooting. You're getting caught up in the moment, baby.
No, no.
Nortai with a brick. Wooten, here comes Lowery. Knights with a chance. Lowery 1-on-4. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
And he's a good free throw shooter. Whoop. Go get him, Braves. What an exciting high school game.
Dwight Lowery, the indefatigable one. He has not shown any signs of the amount of effort he's put out. Oh, but he misses that one long. 51 seconds to go. Santa Cruz by 6. Lowery hits the second. Lowery with full court pressure. We've seen him draw 2 offensive fouls and make a couple steals. Almost did it there. Swift spins into a turnover. Lowery's got it. Lowery sets up Kabara. Back to Lowery. 3. Got it. Oh, my. Dwight Lowery with the steal and the 3. It's a 2-point game. 31 seconds to go.
Let the crowd tell you what they're enjoying. 2 points.
And Michael Nortai to the line. He started to build a house with the last time he threw up a brick. Santa Cruz with no one on the offensive boards. Soquel, I know, has plenty of timeouts. If he misses the front end, they could go for a walk-off 3. He missed it. Wooten with the board. Lowery with 25. They're not calling timeout. Lowery with 20. Kabara, now it's Lowery. McNulty, Grassadonia, plus the 3, drives, hits it! We're tied! We're tied! 10 seconds to go! Why are they fouling? Oh no!
That's
Brian Kabara fouled in a tie game! Stu Walters is going to call timeout. Full timeout to ice the shooter. It's still a 1-and-1. This place is rocking.
It is rocking. But the point for that isn't too bad. I don't know if Stu wants to go into overtime. He knows his kids are running out of gas.
Very good point. Generally, the home team usually plays for overtime, but in this case, I think he wants to go for it now.
Right now, right.
And the fact that he even has that option is a miracle in itself.
And I'll tell you, if they miss this free throw and he doesn't put anybody on there, Dwight's going all the way to the hoop. He's going to be fouled or he's going to score. That's the sequence we're looking for.
He's got so much energy, I wouldn't be surprised to see Lowery just
go
up over Sammet, over Van Vliet. Oh, if he did that, they'll need a new roof here at Soquel. Somebody better call John Wilson. Tell him to start fundraising. This place has been shaken to its foundation. 49-49, 8 seconds to go. Michael Nortai at the line for a 1-and-1. He's already missed 2. No one underneath for Pete Newell. Crowd making a lot of noise. Johnny Madsen wanted to check in. They wouldn't let him. Northside, huge free throw here. He got it.
Oh, man.
Wooten out, Johnny Madsen in. Northside will have a second shot chance here to make it a 2-point game. Northside missed it. Soquel can win it here. Lowery with 5. Lowery with 4. Drives. Hangs. Can't hit. Swift with 1 second left is fouled. Oh, Dwight Lowery. Are they going to say no time? I think there should be 1 second. There should be 1 second. Are they waving this off?
There's no time left.
Oh my, they let the clock go down. That's it, folks. The game is over. Unbelievable high school game. The Soquel Knights almost did the unthinkable. They go down by 1, but everyone in this gym is going to walk out of here saying Soquel is the winner. You can't decide it by the scoreboard. You decide it by what you saw on the court in terms of heart, effort, energy, intensity, hustle. And the Knights had it on their side in that second half, Coach. Unbelievable game.
Great. I don't know what Stu said to him at halftime, but he had him playing hard. And they're walking off very, very arrogant. They played a great ball game against a great team.
The Knights should walk out with their heads up. They were huge underdogs in this game. Junior Russell or no, they were still, on paper, heavily outmatched. But what we saw in that second half defies description. You'll have to set your VCRs, folks. And Coach Bugalski, wait till Cabrillo Friday. I'm sure that's what Stu Walters is telling his boys.
It's going to be a...
They could get another shot at him.
Well, I thought that this was one team that could really upset the Cardinals, and they showed that. Cardinals still have to play half toss, and the rest of it, you got to buy in, I think, the Valley, so they might go undefeated. This is a good scare, as you talked about earlier. How do you keep them motivated to win a ball game like this?
There you go. Now, we're not supposed to root up here. We are impartial. But I was rooting for Dwight Lowery to hit that shot myself, just to see. I always like to see the underdog, and particularly in this case, Soquel so outmatched on paper, as we've repeated. But, oh, what a game and what a way that to end it. And, oh, that would have just... I'm telling you, they would have had to get a new roof on this gym if he'd have hit that one.
That's right. But the devil advocate in me says, here's a good team, accepting the challenge, playing with a lead all the way, and then get to a close ball game, keep their heads, and still win the ball game. Great ball game for high school.
We've got our work cut out for us for a player of the game. That ending's so amazing. We're still trying to get our senses together, so we'll take a break and figure that out. We'll be back for the player of the game right after this. Once again, Santa Cruz pulls it out by 1 on the Comcast Game of the Week. Scarborough Lumber player of the game upcoming. High school Joel Domhoff alongside the coach Bob Bugalski surrounding our Scarborough Lumber player of the game for Santa Cruz, Cliff Sammet. The big man getting it done with a double-double, 15 points, 11 rebounds. First question, I guess, is are you done exhaling after that crazy finish?
Yeah, we thought we had it coming down the fourth quarter stretch, but, you know, they played hard. Dwight, you know, kept pressure in point guard, and they turned it into a great ball game.
Coach?
Well, it's a great ball game. I like the poise. How do you guys practice the poise of having a team get hot like that and keep your cool?
We haven't had it much this year. I mean, going through the league, we've been pretty easy going right through it without any pressure. But, you know, it's good to have this coming in, you know, down the stretch with CCS coming. So
I think this was an excellent game to have. Such a close ball game. It's a shocker for you guys, but it's not even a loss. So it's a wide one to wake you guys up.
Definitely. Last time we came in here, we had Paul Alto. Same thing happened. You know, it came close at the end, and we came out on the other side losing. So it's good to come back and, you know, get that win.
You bet. And the whole team, you and Van Vliet, you know, control the board.
Yeah.
I got to ask a question about the first half. Stu's coach from Soquel chose not to go for the offensive boards.
Yeah.
You guys had an unusual situation where you had no one to block out and still get the boards.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, they were holding it out there, you know, setting up their plays, really sticking with it. And we were just hoping they wouldn't go in because, I mean, pretty much we'd have the boards if they didn't make them. Luckily they didn't.
You guys had them when they were in or out. So,
yeah.
But that's an unusual thing not to block out anyone and rebound.
Yeah.
But my congratulations to you and the entire team for the poise and staying in there. And as I say, it's a good lesson.
All right, thanks.
And Cliff, last question. Let's talk quickly about your offense. It seemed like whenever you guys need a big hoop, they go to you in the post. You feel comfortable on either block? Either it looks like you can spin either way and hit that feathery shot.
Yeah.
Is there a spot you like to go to? Is there like a money spot for you, or is it just give me the ball?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring my game out wider and outside more, but usually just around the post area. I mean, it's funny, you know, it's not funny, but it's tough, you know, for those smaller defenders that we've been facing all season to block them, so I've had advantage there, but I hope to bring the game out more and maybe, you know, start hitting some threes.
Okay. All right, folks, that's your Scarborough Lumber player of the game, Cliff Sammet. We thank him for joining us and for holding up the post-game meeting to get this in. So for the coach, Bob Bugalski, our entire crew, Joel Domhoff signing off. Once again, the Cardinals pull out a thriller, 50-49 at Soquel. We'll see you next week on the Comcast Game of the Week. Good night, everybody.
Good. Nice going. Congratulations.
All right.
Thank you very, very much.
Cliff. Great
Get
job.
back there because Coach is waiting.